What's going on, guys? This is Evan, still a Xenogears enthusiast, drinking a little bit of water and wishing it was Mountain Dew. Doing another part of my Playing the Objective series, which didn't really get a whole lot of views or a lot of positive feedback, so I kind of discontinued it. But I figured I'd bring it back since this is a pretty, hoppin' game of Domination on Nuketown that I enjoy playing. I'll talk a little bit about, how I set up my classes for Domination, and this is going to be a game where I try to do strategically cap points with my friend Chris. Start off, you'll notice my perks are the Flak Jacket, the Sleight of Hand, and the Tactical Mask. And I think all those are, well, probably the best perk setups for Domination, if not Hacker. Hacker's always strong to see where all the equipment is and where people are trying to guard the flags at, depending on what you're going to try to do. On a map like Nuketown, and in general, the smaller the map gets, the less the value. It lessens the value of perks like Ghost and Scavenger, because the smaller it is, the more likely you are to die if you're playing the game correctly. And furthermore, Ghost just, especially on Nuketown or Summit or something like that, Ghost really isn't that important, because at that point what you really need to be doing is, try to get these flags and defend them. And on Nuketown, the best way to do that really is get up close and personal. This is a good trick on Nuketown Domination, because the spawn is so predictable. And if you could ever predict the spawn so accurately, proning up or getting cover outside their spawn is a really great way to not only build your KDR, because that's important to a lot of players, and it's important to me depending on my mood. It's a great way to keep your KDR up, but even more importantly, it's a great way to build your kill streaks and defend the flags. I mean, if you can trap them in spawn, you're doing it right. Now, I'm screwing up here. Well, I'm not screwing up, but it's important to remember that on Domination, there's still a spawn switch. It's hard to switch the spawns on Domination, at least for me. Other people say it's really easy, but they never seem to switch when I play. Like, they're still spawning behind me right now, I think. But whatever. When you have two flags, which we don't, sadly, when we have two flags, you almost always want to try to let him have that last flag unless you need a triple cap to win. That stun was intentional there. I knew it wasn't a flash, but I knew when he came in through the doorway, you have a really hard time turning, even if he was pre-firing, if he was stunned. And since I'm Tactical Mask, if I accidentally stun myself, there's no loss. I couldn't jerk my gun to the left there, and that guy poops all over me. I'm running the RC car. I thought I had the experimental weapon contract or whatever to get a bunch of RC XDs, but I didn't, so I really should have had something else, probably like a napalm or a spy plane just to help out the team a little bit, because Domination is very much a team game. I do have the Blackbird on to help out the team, which the Blackbird's the best kill streak in the game, period, but it's definitely the most beneficial to the team as well, next to maybe spy plane or counter spy plane. Counter spy plane is the best kill streak in the game if you blind a Blackbird, I mean, for sure. But whatever, that's neither here nor... Ooh, got my head collector there. So, Flak Jacket and Tactical Mask, sort of self-explanatory about why they're so useful. You gotta survive the frags. It helps me a lot this match. Actually, Tactical Mask Pro might help me more than Flak Jacket does, just because, people almost always throw flat. The smaller the map, once again, the more likely people are just to throw grenades like candy, just to try to, clear a path, get some assist points. And why would you not? It's unlikely you'll need all those grenades before you get killed. I screwed up there. I shouldn't. This is from theater, that's why I'm not showing the kill cams. I should have kept moving forward and not turned around and gotten an engagement with that guy, because I knew it was going to lose. A little hip fire there, since I know I wouldn't have time to scope effectively. Sleight of Hand and Steady Aim, unless you have some sort of particular Warlord weapon you're trying to do, are both fantastic perks for Domination, because if you're constantly moving on flags, you're in a way you're rushing, and the way I look at it is, Steady Aim is good if you just intend to rush their spawn, try to push them back over and over, but if you actually intend, once you get some flags, to stay near them and guard them, then you're probably going to want Sleight of Hand, because just the stationary scope up speed is so powerful. Sleight of Hand is probably the closest thing to stopping power in this game. It's not stopping power, but it's probably the closest you're going to get. So, a little bit about playing the objective. Right now, I am playing the objective. I know we don't have B, and I am wearing a headset because I was sort of in my half try hard, half goof around phase. If you see me using a Galil, then clearly you know I'm trying hard. By the way, the Galil is actually, for those of you that like LMGs, just use the Galil. It's the best LMG in the game because all the LMGs suck. Besides the Stoner, which is so-so, it doesn't suck, but the HK-21 is also probably so-so. The RPK is horrible, probably the top 3 worst weapons in the game, and those who disagree with me, please let me know how you're using it. And don't say tap fire, because I know how to tap fire. And Galil, like the LMGs would be such a strong choice for this game type, if not for two things. One, they typically burn through their ammo super fast, which isn't good because you can't dual mag any of them. And the RPK, which you can, you don't get extra ammo because the game makes no sense and it just kind of poops on you. But, oop, got him, second chancer. The bigger your clip, the more important it is, especially on a map like this where you need to lay down just a cover of fire, which that's what you really need to do on Nuketown to get that B flag, which is the hardest task, is to get it. Keeping it's a lot easier, and we haven't had it all game, and we're sort of at the point of domination where it's very, very unlikely we're going to win because we're so far in the hole on points that we'd have to triple cap, and we can't even. We're having such a hard time getting the B flag. The odds of us being able to hold a triple cap really at any point in the game is pretty slim. So Galil, natural choice for the big clip on this map, and it's easy to handle, not cumbersome. It's an assault rifle. That guy's spinning in circles trying to knife me. I got extended mag. That's another great attachment, but if you're not going to run scavenger, you're going to burn through all your ammo so fast you have to start swapping weapons. It's funny to be a Renaissance man and pick up other people's stuff up, but I don't know, sometimes it'd be really beneficial to stick with what you know, especially on a competitive match of domination. I am playing against a team of, I think, 3 or 4 friends, not all friends. I played 2 sets of games with these people, maybe 3, and I'll probably post another gameplay up from some of them, just so you know. Just to help out. Or not really to help out, but just to post, you know, the different outcomes. And I was trying to get the sweet RC triple there, but the guy had flat jack and really ruined my day. But still got a double, and getting 2 kills off an RC car is pretty dirty. Now, I was detonating when the other guy spawned in. This is from theater mode. Pretty sad, as it would have been a nice second double. RCXD, always a great way to make you keep your KDR up when you're bad, and also, even more importantly, just a great way to have a lot of fun with ghost people. Now, people running ghosts on this map, they're doing it wrong. Probably in domination, you don't really need a whole lot of ghosts unless you're trying to be a slayer the whole match and just keep people, you know, just keep killing people, voting your big kill streaks. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to get flags and capture get and capture them. Yes, I'm trying to capture the flags. I'm gonna take a drink of water here. Warm water from Kroger. It tastes terrible. I worked out a little today. I don't work out, guys. I'm fiercely out of shape. Before you picture a really fat, nerdy guy, don't just picture a guy of kind of like an average build, you know, not athletic at all. That's me. In case any of you were wondering. But I'm trying to work that, you know, I've been doing some exercises here in my room, some push-ups, sit-ups, stuff like that, doing a little running, so hopefully I can, you know, look a little better. Anyway, that's totally not on topic and not something I ever want to talk about again in a commentary. But yeah, I wish I could have run scavenger with the extended mag, because 50 bullets in this thing is basically the best LMG in the game, but couldn't do it. Needed the dual mag to keep it going. We finally have B, but at this point, I feel like our odds of winning are pretty slim because we have to triple cap, and see, there's that TAC Mask Pro. Didn't have a quick enough response time. One thing I'm doing wrong that you guys could probably learn or benefit from is, you know, holding your scope up is great because you're pre-scoped on every engagement, but at the same time, keeping your scope down if you're trying to guard 2 points can often be beneficial with sleight of hand because the auto aim is really good. And so it's cheesy to sort of, I guess, rely on it, but a lot of people, you'll see them win gunfights where you get the first shot and you're going to wonder why. Typically it's because they're using a really high rate of fire, high damage weapon like an AUG or a FAMAS, and what's happening is you put a round into them and they hit, you know, the left trigger with sleight of hand and it snaps up the scope and they get a bunch of kills. Or rather, they kill you and probably keep doing that throughout the game because their weapons just, you know, has a much higher damage. This is extra prevalent on 3 bars and stuff like that where you can't really get your kills as quickly as you might deserve them. Now, I didn't realize I called my counter spy plan or an accident call my RCXD. This is not really what you want to do, calling that RCXD at point blank. Still my buddy's kill on accident, but I was afraid he'd get too close and I couldn't do it and I get killed. That guy, I don't even know if he's shooting at me. Oh, I remember watching that kill cam. Yeah, he was scoping up trying to get me, and then he got me and my buddy, which is pretty sad. I haven't talked a lot about sort of playing the objective, but I think a lot of it's self-explanatory. I got the drop shot kill there. I'm pretty excited about it. Get him! Get the headshot here. This is a pretty good game for me. You know, I'm not an all-pro player, and I'm only playing with one friend, so I think we're putting up a pretty good fight. And you know, I know that we need to get that 3rd flag to win, and I committed to trying to win my domination game, so I'm desperately trying to push up to the 3rd flag. But with so few points left in the game, like, we have to get it in the next 2 or 3 pushes, and it's just, I don't see it happening. But I thought you guys might like this gameplay anyway, because, you know, it's fast-paced, I'm constantly in the action, or at least I try to be. You know, I'm not camping very much, unless it's just to jump an entire squad, you know. You guys get the idea. I flat check a guy. That could have been a double. I'd have been a little more patient and lined it up, but I didn't. Plus, I was, you know, I'm trying to keep going there. I just needed to move my control stick to get it unblack, which I did. Once you go black, you never go back. I was trying to build another Blackbird too to help out the team. At this point, with so few points left in the game, I'm 99% sure we can't win. I kind of just want to build some kills before the game's in, but I still want to keep going for the flags. I think this is a great way to... I'm demonstrating this game, you know, I talked about roles in another one of my playing the objectives, and check out the series. I think they're pretty good, actually, with some of my higher quality stuff, really. I'm actually trying to play multiple roles right now. I'm trying to play the Slayer, like I'm trying to kill whore a lot, but I'm really trying to get some flags. But in the end, we lose it, and we play a rematch that we go on to win, which I'll post later. Final score, proving that you can get a great KDR while you can constantly move towards their spawn and really make the game exciting. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Rate and comment.